stuff happened, honestly, and didn't a certain Meghan Markle message you? Didn't Meghan Markle slide into your DMs?
Well, me and Meghan are now... Me and Megs. We're very good mates. I'll be honest with you, she, atted me in, so she knew who I was, first of all.
Oh, my God.
So she's obviously following the ham, do you know what I mean? Yeah. She atted me in, and it came up on my direct messages, and I was like, oh, my God, I've got to say something. What do I say? So I was like, I love this. I just thought I'd keep it cool, not too much. I didn't want to beg it. Yeah. And then she's just sent me an emoji of a heart. Oh. So I'm in there. Am I in there?
So you're royal. Basically royal.
I am here for an interview. I am here for Alison Hammond interviewing Harry and Meghan.
Yes.
I'm there for that. Put it out in the universe.
Put it out to the universe. Harry and Meghan's going to be interviewed by Alison Hammond.
All right, my loves, gather round because today, we are diving straight into a moment of pure serotonin, pure joy, pure the haters will simply have to cope. Because somehow, in this unexpected crossover episode of life, Meghan Sussex, Duchess of Vibes, patron saint of unbothered glow, decided to sprinkle a little royal fairy dust on Alison Hammond's Instagram. And Allison, baby, she ascended, she levitated, she saw the pearly gates and waved. And you know what? I don't blame her, because Meghan doesn't just like a story, she blesses it. When Meghan Sussex taps that heart emoji, that's not a reaction, that's a spiritual experience. That's a go forth and prosper moment. That's a benediction. It's giving VIP list. It's giving you're officially in the inner circle of joy and common sense. And Allison, sweet, hilarious Allison, she took that blessing and ran with it like she'd been handed the Olympic torch. Honestly, the way she reacted, iconic. She had that, all right, my loves, gather round because today, we are diving straight into a moment of pure serotonin, pure joy, pure the haters will simply have to cope. Because somehow, in this unexpected crossover episode of life, Meghan Sussex, Duchess of Vibes, patron saint of unbothered glow, decided to sprinkle a little royal fairy dust on Alison Hammond's Instagram. And Allison, baby, she ascended, she levitated, she saw the pearly gates and waved. And you know what? I don't blame her, because Meghan doesn't just like a story, she blesses it. When Meghan Sussex taps that heart emoji, that's not a reaction, that's a spiritual experience. That's a go forth and prosper moment. That's a benediction. It's giving VIP list. It's giving you're officially in the inner circle of joy and common sense. And Allison, sweet, hilarious Allison, she took that blessing and ran with it like she'd been handed the Olympic torch. Honestly, the way she reacted, iconic. She had that mix of shock, disbelief, and OMG, I need to call everybody energy that only happens when a celebrity you genuinely love acknowledges your existence. She didn't hide her joy. She didn't pretend to be cool. She didn't do that fake, oh yeah, whatever act. No. She lived her truth. She embraced the moment with both arms like Meghan had just handed her a personalized invite to the Montecito barbecue. And the Loose Women panel? Oh, they were living for it. The teasing, the shrieking, the girl, you're basically royal now energy was off the charts. The vibe was Alison Hammond has joined the House of Sussex. She is now the Duchess of Birmingham. Bow down. This is the kind of content that unites nations. But let's be real for a second. The beauty of this moment isn't just the DM itself. It's the fact that Meghan Sussex, who the British tabloids try so hard to paint as cold, aloof, and unreachable, is out here casually spreading kindness on Instagram like she's giving out cupcakes at a school fair. She didn't need a PR briefing. She didn't need to consult some crusty palace communications officer who still types with 2 fingers. Meanwhile, the media, wheezing, choking, pacing in circles, because every time Meghan interacts with a British person in a positive, organic way, their entire narrative collapses like a soggy Victoria sponge. They want her to be isolated. They want her to be unpopular. They want her to be friendless. But here she is, casually DMing British national treasures while drinking her lavender honey tea. It's delicious. It's poetic. It's messy in the best way. And Allison's reaction? It was so pure. She wasn't trying to clout chase. She wasn't exaggerating. She was genuinely excited, genuinely flattered, genuinely glowing like she had just been kissed by the sun. It was a wholesome moment of connection from one joyful woman to another. Let me paint the scene for you. Allison is sitting there on the panel trying to keep her composure, but her face is screaming, "I am not okay." She's giggling, she's wiggling in her seat, her whole body is doing that happy bounce like she's trying not to float into the ceiling. She's explaining how she saw that notification pop up and immediately lost her internal cool. And honestly, that makes her even more relatable. We've all had that moment, when your crush texts back, when your idol likes your post, when the teacher calls you sweetheart. Let's not pretend we're above it. But this wasn't just anyone. This was Meghan Sussex, the woman who makes front-page headlines for breathing, the woman who the British media monitors like she's the stock market, the woman who could literally just post a leaf emoji and cause an existential crisis at the Daily Fail newsroom, and that woman slid into Allison's inbox and said hello with a heart. You could practically hear the collective gasp across the country. Now let's zoom out, because the ecosystem around this moment is just as funny. First of all, Alison Hammond is one of the most beloved broadcasters in the UK. She's sunshine in human form. She's funny, she's chaotic, she's warm, she's loud, she's expressive. She's the kind of person who walks into a room and instantly makes everyone feel better. Her personality is like a hug covered in glitter. So the fact that Meghan Sussex noticed her is not surprising at all. Meghan loves women with energy, confidence, humor, women who are authentically themselves. Meghan has always gravitated towards people who stand firmly in their joy. Allison literally radiates joy. But here's where the magic gets even better. You could tell this moment meant something to Allison beyond celebrity hype. This wasn't, "Oh wow, a famous person messaged me." This was, "Someone I admire recognized me." There's a big difference. Allison respects Meghan. She's defended her, she's supported her, she's always been warm toward her when others jumped on the negativity train. So for Meghan to send that heart, that's connection, that's reciprocation, that's mutual respect. Now, let's talk about the panel reaction, because the way they screamed and cheered like Allison was about to be crowned Duchess of ITV was absolutely hilarious. They were soaking up the drama, hyping her up, telling her she's basically entered royalty by association. It was a whole comedic skit. And honestly, they're not wrong. In the UK, being acknowledged by Meghan is like being admitted to a very exclusive club, the "I'm not a hater and Meghan likes me" club. Membership is rare. Membership is precious. Membership has value. But the funniest part is that the tabloid trolls tried for years to convince people that Meghan had no support in the UK. Yet here we are, seeing Meghan forming these unexpected, genuine, one-on-one connections with beloved personalities. Connections that are positive, connections that are real, connections that expose the media narrative as the clownery it always was. It's a reminder that Meghan is loved by a lot more Britons than the press would ever dare admit. It's also a reminder that real people, not royalists, not trolls, not Twitter eggs, real, warm, kind people in the UK are rooting for her. They appreciate her kindness. They appreciate her humor. They appreciate her vibes. And Allison, she is the perfect example of that. Now, here's the part I find extra amusing, the heart emoji, because Meghan could have typed a whole sentence. She could have written a thoughtful paragraph. She could have dropped some elegant message. But no, she hit her with a simple heart, the most disarming, efficient, affectionate, I see you babe emoji in the entire emoji kingdom. It was like she said, "You're adored," without saying a word. And Allison's reaction to that heart? Priceless. You could tell that little digital heart touched her actual heart. She replayed it in her mind. She probably checked her phone 47 times that day just to look at it again. She will cherish that heart like a family heirloom. Honestly, if I were her, I would screenshot that thing, frame it, hang it over the fireplace, and install a spotlight on it. And let's be honest, if any of us got a DM from Meghan Sussex, we'd be exactly like Allison. We'd act calm on the surface, but scream into a pillow later. And this, right here, is why people love Meghan. Because even after years of relentless media hostility, she still has the energy to lift people up, to share kindness, to show appreciation. Her heart is still soft, still open, still generous. And Allison's joy became our joy, a chain reaction of happiness, a positive moment the tabloids could never manufacture, no matter how many fake storylines they churn out. So yes, the DM happened. The heart was sent. The joy was real. The UK collectively squealed. And Alison Hammond, she is now spiritually, emotionally, cosmically part of the Sussex inner orbit. And honestly, she deserves it.